Hello everybody, how are you doing today, and welcome back to the garden. I thought we're gonna have a look at some of the projects I have been doing for last few months and see how they're doing. Let's go. And here we are by the greenhouse. We can start here. You might notice that the netting on the greenhouse is gone and I had to replace it with the frame with the metal mesh. I've put a video here on top how I was setting up the netting before. That was temporary solution anyway, but in time the pheasants managed to learn how to push through the net, so I need to replace the netting. Luckily I found old frame in the garage. Sadly it's not ideal, the holes in the mesh are a bit small for the pollinators, but I think I'm leaving enough of a gap for them to get through. And since then, no more problems with the pheasants. But let's have a look inside for the second of the projects. And here in the greenhouse we have my floating shelves. They are working great. They have given me loads and loads of extra space to grow. As you can see, at the moment I have 4 of the self-watering pots with the cucumbers planted inside. So that's saving quite a bit of space on the ground. So that was a cheap and easy project to do. One of the successes. The only one thing I would do differently with the shelves, as you can see they are kind of my shoulder height. I would put them slightly lower because every time I want to weed inside I need to stretch, but that's not a big problem. They are suspended on the cables so I can lower it later on if I want to, but for now it's one of the successes. And while we are here in the veggie area by the bees, as you can see behind me I have more hives. Let me show you quickly. So at the moment I have 4 colonies. If you've seen one of the previous video, I have split that green hive over there. That was a big colony. I've put a starter one here, a couple of frames. Looks like they are still surviving. I'm not gonna open the hive for another week or 2 to give them time to develop. And just a couple of days ago I managed to catch giant swarm of bees. I don't know where they came from. I got them from one of the bushes on the neighboring field, and I moved the colony into this hive. I think there's a quick time-lapse video of the end of the process, but as you can see, looks like they are alive. So on the bee front, another success. So here in the veggie area we have one failure with the netting on the greenhouse, but that have been fixed, and we have 2 successes with the floating shell and beekeeping. Let's go further down. Here with the broad bean experiment, I don't know if we can call it success or failure. There's not much difference between the normal planting of the broad beans without pinching the growing tips compared to this one where I pinched all the growing tips from the plants. The only difference is maybe those ones are 2-3 weeks ahead of the other one, but that's gonna give me a succession in the harvest, so I would count it as a success. And I've noticed the mole just moved in. Never mind, I can't do anything about it now. Let's keep on going. And here by the chicken coop is my another, I would say, successful story. I took the Chardonnay grapevine outside of the chicken area and spread it here over the lawn, so it can grow in the full sun. Looks like the plant is enjoying it, and I think it's gonna be a lovely view later on when the grape starts hanging down while I'm on my break. But now let's have a look in the front garden at my wisteria. So here I am by my wisteria bush. Finally, after all these years, I'm getting some flowers on it. Looks like the pruning was a good thing to do. The plant responded fantastically. I was getting clusters everywhere. They're kind of finishing now, but you can still see it. So let me show you closer. So that's how it looks like at the moment. There's two main branches coming from the ground to the top of the garage and going left and right from there. And one of them I spread over the driveway, going to the post over there. I gave it really hard pruning, but I think that's what it needed. After 7-8 years now, finally I'm getting some flowers. So I'm hoping it's only gonna get better in time. So I'm guessing the wisteria can be counted as one of the successes. I'll put a video how I pruned it here. And I think that's gonna be all for this quick short video. I'll see you next time soon, and thank you very much for watching. Bye.